to play with some shells and seeds and stones tonight, and hope that you'll find the sounds relaxing. And hoping that I've got my mic in a position that it will work. This first stone, oh good, that's showing up nicely in the camera. I believe it's gold onyx. And I should have looked up the properties of this one. It's from ancient Mayan culture, and it has that, I think it's gold onyx, I could be remembering it wrong, but it's like onyx. There's also obsidian, but I'm pretty sure this is onyx, and you can see it has that gold cast to it, and I love it because it looks like it's just underneath the surface, so it kind of beckons you in. So I'll just hold that at some different angles so that you can see it. Get it down by my mic. Great. Maybe I'll tap my copper ring against it. Such a wonderful smooth surface. They make some really incredible carvings out of this stone, and have done so for hundreds of years. But this one's just a simple polished stone. All right, there you go. Gold onyx. So beautiful. Okay, and then I've got a couple of stones that I just picked up at the seashore. This is just basic black, I'm assuming was pumice maybe, that's been tumbled and polished, and white quartz that's tumbled and polished just by the sea. So kind of like river rock. But what I love about these is that, and I've got one somewhere where they've mixed two together. You can find them with some really incredible designs in them where the quartz is right in the middle of the black stone. That's got a nice sound to it. I'll just rub those together. You can hear the roughness of the stone. That's calming even to me. There's a little bit of a chip in that stone, so I'm going to play with that a little bit with my white quartz. Actually fits in there perfectly. Just catches it. I went to a couple of little seashore beaches today. I picked up these before today, but I'm a little more careful about which seashells I bring home now that I know that some of the barnacles are living. But I'm loving finding these little treasures along the beach. And I love that it's still legal to pick them up, perhaps because they're renewable, you know, they're always making more shells, I don't know, but I'm wondering if one day they'll say that that's not okay, like you're not supposed to pick wildflowers from forests and bring them home. But the water's so calming, it's just, I always feel like it will hold all of my emotions too, if I need to feel and move my emotions. I like to hang out by the sea. The sea here, the seashore, you hear the waves come up, but it's a little quieter. When I was down in Oregon and went to the coast there, the waves made a lot more noise on the shore, and they felt more like they were coming and taking. I could process my tears a little more on those Oregon coasts. I would sometimes go down there. Oh, my hair's a little frizzy tonight. Sorry about that. I would go down to the coasts and feel that powerful energy of the water, and it just kind of takes your emotion and moves it. It's lovely. Okay. Next up, these were little gifts that my father brought back from Hawaii. And if you're from Hawaii or have been to Hawaii, I'm sure you'll recognize these little shells in a necklace. They have a nice sound. I keep them on the doorknob because I like to hear them kind of tapping against each other when I open the door. There's almost a musicality to them. I hope that you can hear that. So many instruments were made from these little treasures, and from things that grew around, and the plants and the animals nearby. It's kind of fun to see what were indigenous, like the didgeridoo, the indigenous instruments that were created by different cultures. It just fascinates me. Let's see if I can get a little lighter noise with those tiny shells. And I'll hold those up so you can see them. Last, I think this is called Kukui nut. Feel free to correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong. But these are something else that my father brought back from Hawaii. And I remember seeing them as a little girl and being kind of fascinated by them. I thought that they were chestnuts, but they're not. And I don't know much about the kukui nut. If anybody is familiar with what the kukui nut is used for, other than decoration, that would be another fun thing to hear about below. So, I guess as a little friend chat catch-up, I think I've already mentioned that I'm in the Pacific Northwest, and I'm exploring a new port or island or little town almost every weekend, and I love it. It's just incredible. And the architecture is unique and feels very one of the towns, in fact, one of the subscribers said she was from Poulsbo. It's got Nordic roots, and you really see it in the architecture. And some of it's been maybe pushed a little over the top for the tourist eye, but you still can see it even around the town in the parts that aren't as touristy. And it's really cool to see just that influence. And there's a great bakery there that I've been to too many times because they have the most amazing baked goods. And I'm a bit of a sucker for sweets, unfortunately. But anyway, so visiting little ports and towns. I went to a little town, a couple of towns this weekend, Kingston, and then Port Gamble was the other one. And they're just tiny little towns. Kingston's just a little place that has a ferry terminal, and it's maybe a couple of blocks of little restaurants and a couple of shops and coffee shops, of course. And anyway, but again, cool architecture. And just to look out, it was a drizzly weekend, but something about seeing the water there and the ships on the water and the ferry on the water, even on a drizzly day, is kind of magical. So anyway, I'm enjoying that. And what else? My son's going to come visit this month, which I'm very excited about because I miss him a lot. And he didn't get to come to Oregon to visit me last year, so I'm excited for him to come. And I'm mapping out where we're going to go. There's so many things to see, and it's an incredible part of the world. So anyway, that's all. There's my update. Life is good, and I hope that you're well, and I hope that you have a great night's sleep, and thanks for stopping by.